Hey everyone. Have any of you guys ever heard of Republic Act 8484? This is known as the Access Devices Regulation Act of 1998. Passed by the Senate and the House of Representatives, this law lays down some of the rules for what we call access devices. Now, what are these? In the context of this act, an access device refers to any card, plate, serial number, or gadget that allows one to receive goods, services, money, or make any kind of remote transaction. So we're talking credit cards, debit cards, e-commerce, Bitcoin, or other forms of non-cash, non-check transactions. All that is exempt from this label are transactions made purely through paper. So what does this law do? First of all, it requires credit or similar companies to fully inform any potential applicant about its fees and rates. This includes annual fees, interest rates, cash advance fees, over-the-limit fees, and an explanation of how these rates are calculated. This ensures that you don't receive any surprise costs in your bill or mysterious deductions from your bank account. Note that they don't have to state the fees they don't charge. Oh, and they also have to disclose the due dates for renewal. If they neglect to tell you any of these relevant numbers, the company's authority to operate can be suspended or even cancelled by the BSP. They also need to provide a method of reporting unauthorized use of their cards, which is done to protect the cardholder and their money from potential fraud. All reports must go through the Credit Card Association of the Philippines. But it can't just be the companies that are responsible, right? After all, these companies are all run by people, and sometimes people suck. The law also prohibits anyone from creating fake access devices, owning fake access devices, using fake access devices, selling fake access devices, or buying fake access devices. It also prohibits anyone from using an access device applied for using fraudulent information, using an access device without the distributor's authorization, or using someone else's access device without their consent. It is also illegal to conspire to commit any of these crimes or even attempt them, so don't even try. So, what are the penalties? Well, depending on the gravity of the offense, the penalty is imprisonment, a minimum of 6 years and a maximum of 20 years. On top of that, the guilty party will be fined twice the value of the amount they stole, or 10,000 pesos, whichever one's higher. So, stealing 1 million will cost you 2 million pesos, and stealing 100 will cost you 10,000. Either way, not worth it. So again, don't even try. But this is the Philippines, you say. Do crimes even get punished? Well, actually, in fact, they do. On October 11, 2017, 4 men were arrested for credit card fraud. Using a stolen credit card, they bought an aircon unit and an LED TV. They were exposed when the real owners received their bill. And then they were arrested in a sting operation at 2 separate locations, one for each item, with police operatives disguised as delivery boys. Look at that. They even let them sign the receipt. Sometimes authorities can have a sense of humor. They claimed that they were simply ordered to make the purchases and were promised 1,000 pesos for doing so. If this is true, these guys are sadly just a bunch of poor schmucks working for a bigger syndicate. Later that year, on December 20, another man was caught having hacked multiple accounts through phishing and making multiple purchases through them. He was traced to his home in San Pedro, Laguna, and was promptly arrested. He claims he's actually doing the websites he phished a favor by showing them the cracks in their security, which is the same excuse I gave my buddy Alan when he caught me stealing his french fries. The internet gives you great power, kids. Don't use it for evil. All in all, this law's done plenty to protect people from cyber theft, which is surprising since it was passed when e-commerce was, at best, primitive. And I appreciate the fact that this exists to protect us. Me and my family make a lot of online transactions, and I myself pay my bills from the convenience of my smartphone. I can rest easy knowing that if someone somehow steals my information and goes on a shopping spree with my credit, I'll know instantly and get the thief jailed. That said, none of these criminals could have been caught had the real owners not reported the thefts. In the end, it'll rest on you to make the first move to see justice done. Don't be lazy, and always report any suspicious transactions, because you'll be the only one who knows whether they were yours or not. Always protect yourself, in the material world and in the digital. This is Ari Justiniani, signing off.